welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing Ben's 9-month update. I know I say this every time, I can't believe how fast time goes, but seriously, time goes fast. Time flies, in fact. And before I know it, I know he's going to be a year old, and then like 4 years old, and then a teenager. It's just nuts. Right in. So what has Benny been up to? He finally is sturdy. He can sit up on his own. He's not rocking back and forth. I have been trying to get him to do a lot of tummy time lately because I want to get him to crawl soon. And that has been my goal lately, is to get him to crawl. And I feel like he's behind, but it's like a bittersweet thing because I don't want him to crawl at the same time, because I know he's just gonna be into everything and yeah, be my worst nightmare. So yeah, I've been putting him on his tummy and doing lots of tummy time to try and get him to crawl. He hates being on his stomach. When I put him to sleep, I start him out on his back, and he has been flipping to his stomach a lot, which is good and bad because he hates being on his stomach. So if he's asleep, it's okay. But if it's in the middle of the night and he wakes up and realizes he's on his stomach, you better believe he's going to start crying, and I'm going to have to go in there and flip him, because I don't know, he knows how to flip from his stomach to his back, but for some reason when he's like that and he's sleeping, he doesn't like think to flip himself onto his back. He just gets scared. So let me know if your babies do that, because I find it's a little bit confusing. I'm like, you know how to flip over, just do it. Speaking of sleeping, I think we may have touched a little bit of the 9-month sleep regression. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. But the other night he would not go to sleep. He went to sleep and woke up about 2 hours later crying, and he just was inconsolable. He wouldn't go back to sleep. It took me almost 3 hours to get him back to bed. Jordan and I, we would take turns going in there with him. And normally I'm a suck it up too bad kind of parent, like you put yourself to sleep, which eventually he cried himself to sleep near the end. He was a lot calmer though, I might add, but he did ended up crying himself to sleep a little bit, which that's more my parenting style. I don't normally, unless he's like seriously crying and like screaming crying, then I'll go in and console him, but I'm normally the parent who just lets them cry themselves to sleep, which sounds harsh. So if you aren't that type of parent, I'm sorry. That's just how we do it here, and it works for us. So yeah, we did console him a lot because I know he is teething, and it could have been that too, because actually now that I think of it, he's been good the past few nights, so I'm not sure what was going on. I just thought it might have been like a sleep regression. But his sleeping is still the same. He does go to bed at 7 and wakes up around 6:37, so that hasn't changed, and he's still doing the 3 naps a day, which is one around 8 or 9, and then another around 11, 12, and then another one around 2 or 3. I do eventually just want to go down to 2 naps because I feel like he could handle it. He would just have to nap a little bit longer, that's all. So eating, he has been eating 5 bottles a day. So he was having 8 ounces all throughout the day, but we were wasting so much formula. He wasn't eating it. So eventually I was like, okay, let's stop wasting and just give him a little bit less until we figured out the exact amount. But his morning bottle, I find he still does need that 8 ounces after he wakes up because he's hungry. Okay, so meals, he does eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and has snacks throughout the day. Probably like 1 or 2 snacks a day in between meals and naps. I normally like to give him a snack before he goes down for a nap, and then he'll have his like meal when he'll have his lunch when he wakes up. The things he's been eating, he's still eating baby food. He still likes his baby cereal with mashed bananas in it for breakfast. Sometimes I'll give him like a frozen waffle because it feels good on his his gums for his teething. He has banana, strawberry, raspberry, blueberries. He eats those like whole, not whole, but like cut up on his tray. What else does he eat? He tried pickles the other day. He really liked that. He didn't want me to take it away, but I just like went to give him a test of it, and he was like, yum. He just loved it. And then what else has he eaten? Peaches. He really likes peaches. He's tried pasta. He really likes scrambled eggs in the morning too. He's doing really good in that department, I find. He's not too fussy of a baby. So he still has no teeth, but his gums are getting whiter and whiter and whiter, so I think they are coming any day. I have introduced him to a toothbrush, not like saying like, oh, brush your gums, but kind of. I just want him to get used to like what the toothbrush looks like and what you do with the toothbrush. I'll show him like on me. Side note, he loves watching me brush my teeth. He's like fascinated by it, so that's why I introduced it to him a few weeks ago. And so I just show him what to do, and I give it to him. Like say I'm like changing him or something, I'll give it to him, and he just plays with it. And I'll go, no, you do this, and he like pretends to brush his teeth, or he'll like chew on the bristles or something. I just thought it would be a good idea to introduce it earlier before he has teeth, so he knows kind of what it is once he gets his teeth, if that makes any sense. Oh, I did get him a bigger car seat. I don't know if I mentioned that in any of my videos, but I did get him a bigger car seat. We no longer have the little bucket car seat anymore, which I'm very happy about, and he's happy about it. He loves it. He has so much room, and he has like the 2 little cup holders. We ended up getting him the Even Flow Triumph. But it's cute, it's blue, it has lots of room for him to grow into, and it just works really well for us. We're really happy with it. And now lastly, Benny is getting, we've noticed, well, it's been about a month, he's been getting super strong on his legs. In his Jolly Jumper, he stands up for most of the time. Same thing with his exerciser. I know I mentioned that in his last update, but he's getting really strong with his legs. Pushes himself up on his legs, and he'll even like try to like climb you, and like he like bounces. So I think he's getting really strong with his legs. I always joke that he's gonna walk before he crawls, which I hope he doesn't. I really want him to learn to crawl first, obviously, and it's probably not even possible. So that is it for Ben's 9-month update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my new videos, any of his other updates. Thanks for watching. Bye.